Enjoy upcoming events from the Johnson County Library. The Johnson County Public Library is hosting historic walking tours. Those interested can contact the library to be put on a waiting list and will be notified when there are enough participants to schedule a tour. For more information or to register for these events, contact the Johnson County Public Library at 606-789-4355.
It says 5 o'clock somewhere. You ready?
You ready?
5 o'clock. We'll call this meeting of the Paintsville Utilities Commission to order. We roll. Nick Kenner. LB. Trish Nelson.
Here.
Tim Spencer. Here. Jimmy Rice. Review and approval of the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting.
I'll second.
Approved.
Or can I, because I wasn't here. May need to table that. Table that.
So we'll table the review and approval of the minutes till the September meeting. Review and approval of the operating budget.
I'll make a motion.
I'll say.
Ayes have it.
3 to sign over here. He said we were supposed to name it.
There can't be an A, which is good. Consideration of the construction pay request.
We have 3 invoices. Bell Engineering invoice 190549 in the amount of $2,000 to be funded by Paintsville Utilities.
I'll make the motion.
So the motion with second. Approved.
Bell Engineering invoice 190550 in the amount of $1,287.50 to be funded by Paintsville Utilities.
Motion approved.
Second.
Approved.
Aikens Excavating invoice 610-2019 in the amount of $53,630 funded by Paintsville Utilities and to be filed with FEMA.
I'll make the motion.
Approved.
Approved.
That's all.
Okay, we also have a change order came in late this afternoon on the wastewater treatment plant flow monitoring system with Goggins Construction. There were some changes made in the SCADA system. Some changes with the security fence and gate. A couple other smaller items. And it was actually a credit item, so it's a reduction of the contract. $8,506.55. And that makes the total contract $298,458.45.
You said
$6.55.
That's considered a credit,
Yes, it is a reduction of the contract.
so there's one we need to approve a change order.
Yes, we do.
Motion for approval of the change order.
Which is a credit to the utilities. We have a second.
Second.
Approved. Review and approval of monthly invoices.
Legal services. Make a motion to approve the payment of budget check to all officers.
I'll second.
Approved. 5B, other operating expenses.
The other operating expenses invoices, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Departmental reports.
I'll add one thing to the reports. There were notes in your packet there about the new camera we bought for inspecting the sewer lines. Was it used today? No. That's the first day since we've had it, hadn't been used. several sewer issues, and actually helped the water guys track down a water leak last week. We ended up 3 holes in the street as opposed to 1 hole that's about 150 foot long. It was leaking into an old storm drain of some sort, been abandoned years ago, and it was running down the street about 150 feet. Camera probably paid for itself on that one dig.
What about the hookup shop? Talked about it more. You found 2 drains running in the sewer. You're just waiting on a pricing.
We'll get to that in a few minutes. Very few, actually. Like next.
Old business, 7A, downtown I. Guess that's good.
Thank you very much. Well, we've finished the last meeting. We said we were going to do a few jobs up to finish out the contract, and we have done that. Happy Hollow, there was supposedly 4 laterals. We actually did 5. There was actually 2 taps that was found that wasn't known. They went out, that was plugged off, but we went ahead and sealed those. Those laterals were replaced and 1 check valve put in, and over to basically right away or back of the asphalt or back curb or sidewalk. Up in Northgate, there was 1 manhole that was built out of blocks, and you couldn't even get a camera in it, so that was replaced with a manhole so you can maintain it now. Then over behind Subway, there was a sinkhole that was repaired. Basically, we think what happened on it, the line that we put a line in above the existing line. I think the lower line collapsed and maybe just filled up, so we did that. The total work done, we had about $43,000 left on the contract with the contingency, and that's what we was trying to do, is eat the contingency up. That cost ran roughly $47,600, so we're over about $4,600 on the $3.9 million project. Now that's the good part. Here's the bad part. Last week there was 4 issues that came up. Also, we went up on 6th Street, and there was a manhole that needed to be lifted up, and they did that under the old contract. So we have a rural development meeting this week, which hopefully depends on the rural development person, that how he wants to end this contract. However, there was a sinkhole over in front of the church on 8th Street that was not part of the I-9 project. Aikens looked at it a little bit. The city tried to, or the utilities tried to camera it. Camera broke. That needs to be, there's some sort of interconnection there, or there's something broke. There's water getting into the sanitary sewer. And all this boils down to Bob's and I's had a conversation. Do you want to add on to this contract, or you do it separate? So, but anyway, I'm just going to address the issues that I know of. Then down on Walnut Avenue, I know everybody knows where manhole 602 is. So, but it goes over into manhole 144, 142. But there was a hole in that sewer line. Bob and them had previously smoked that, and there was nothing that came out. So it needs to be repaired, and one of the ways to repair it, which is probably the best way to do, is line it like we've been doing. They would replace the whole line. If we get down to that manhole, we can actually pick up 2 other feeds off of that. Unfortunately, there's a line that comes under 20 or 321, comes down in what used to be the whole old gully where the apartments and stuff.
It crosses 321 and Broadway.
Yeah.
They're about close to the mini park.
And we looked at trying to do that, but it's so deep that the pipe would, they couldn't keep the pipe heated up to line that part. But I think we can pick up possibly 3 more sections of line. Those probably, well, we know we got a hole in one of them for sure. That would total, using the current rate of $37 a foot, that would be about $33,000 to do that. Then there's 2 other things that came up because of the water leak, and up on the Highland Avenue at the intersection of Frank Street, and then also after they got into looking at it, it's got the same situation down on the intersection of Preston and Highland Avenue. The problem is we got a little better handle on the cost on Frank Street, because everything's kind of close. We maybe put another manhole in, and the piping's a little closer. Down on Preston Street, I don't know how that connects into any storm sewer. So, but a rough guess right now, you probably, to do all those things, you're looking probably in the neighborhood of $90,000.
And that's for 8th Street, Walnut, Frank, and Preston.
Yes.
That's for all 4 of them.
Did I leave anything out?
Was anything ever looked at up here on Euclid and Highland?
No.
We mentioned it before.
Well, they went to clean it out, or this thing. We went and looked at it. It was
Well, it's full of mud and whatnot.
needed cleaned out, and then but Aikens didn't do it. I think the city talked, or utilities talked about doing that, what they did.
We had personnel available to do it.
So,
Because we got that one and the one right in front of the old city hall. We said, well, are these 2 connected into our sewer systems or not? Or are they connected in the storm drainage or not?
well, we know the one in Old City Hall. There's a drop box and a 4-inch line going directly into it. So, but the question would be, if you take that off, where are you going to take that to? And we really need to camera and figure out. We didn't have the resources to do that.
Okay, because I thought they might have plugged off the one going up to Highlands, just where it's not been used so long that when they put the new manhole in, I thought they might have plugged it off.
Well, if you're talking about what goes up the hill there,
Yeah.
can't get down there to see if it's plugged off or not.
Well, I
Really,
don't know if inside the manhole, it's right there in the street, going into it, looking, seeing that direction, if that's where it was going or what.
but anyway, it's a decision you all have to make, I guess. I mean, there's plenty of work to do out there.
But nothing, we can try to use our existing project then.
We could do it as a change order. I think that would actually be my request at this point, is to treat these as a change order of the existing contract. And maybe we'll be looking at $100,000.
Now, when you say like over on the 321, that system over there, the old dairy chair, that's the hole you're talking about.
No,
No, it's a
that's not ours.
right, that's why I thought you were talking.
No, he's talking about the sewer line that comes out of 6th Street and South Side and all that area.
Mhm.
It comes across 321, the mini park area there, and then across Broadway into that old gully
Right,
up by Newtown Plaza. That's where he's thought it'd be so deep.
okay.
But that goes down near the creek, and the one that's got a hole on it's on back toward Walnut Avenue. But
But the one that has the hole takes feed from a pretty large area too. It also comes across 23 and Broadway, and then a good part of that neighborhood on that side of Broadway.
Those kind of repairs for something like that is deep, we're gonna try to bore it. Know what the existing line size is right now, or
We're already talking about it on Walnut.
going through 321 Broadway to get it all the way through.
Now, we're good on this one that goes to Walnut Avenue. That's actually been lined previously. It's not as deep as what it's referring to on the one on up.
But if you're talking about later on, the parts coming out of 321, you'd have to look at on the 6th Street side of 320, you're pretty deep over there, and so you either have to raise everything or use lift stations, or which may be a possibility.
Lift stations, because we're just looking future.
Right.
Lift stations is kind of what we've been talking about for that area. Bring up to another level, and then you can come back in an area you can,
Gravity
a
feed.
depth you can deal with.
Yeah.
Don't like that, but it may be the best alternative.
I was just trying to picture in mind where all these exactly were, and it won't be a good method for repairs.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out,
We can
it's
certainly,
without a map of it to see exactly.
we can certainly sit down and look at that too.
Okay.
Where do you want to recommend funding that from?
That would have to come from Paintsville Utilities. Have to scrape it up.
See if there's money in the current budget.
We should have taken out, not out of the current budget, but out some of our reserves, we should be able to come up with that. Even if we have to get permission from RD to take some of our depreciation reserves, I think they would be agreeable to that.
Is that your recommendation too, Dewey?
So to get a final cost, then that's when we'll look and see how much money we have to come up with and get our approval.
So yeah, right now we're estimating 100, maybe hopefully a little less, but
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be 100,000 or less, Dewey?
That's what we're shooting for. I don't think it's.
but in all honesty, you never know. It's like this Happy Hollow thing. Nothing was what it appeared to be up there in the past. What you thought was this person's was this person's, or they'd be crossed.
And is it something, Dewey, that if it's tabled tonight, until we get a final cost, that if it's voted on by the commission next month, it'll be okay? Or is it something we need to think about sooner?
We actually need to get something moving so we can address it at the progress meeting with rural development on Thursday.
So would it be okay if the commission agreed to, if members vote for it, up to and including $100,000?
Sure.
Yeah.
And that way we know the target that we're looking at.
I think it gives you a stopping point.
Yeah, and then, y'all come back at a later date and say this is where it got us to. And I would assume that that would mean that whatever you all considered as the most important issues of those four is where you would address to begin.
And really, I think this is the cleanest way to handle this.
Make a motion to approve Bob to go to rural development and tell about our situation and to see if we can't apply our own funding to solve the situation.
Up to 100,000. I'll second.
That include a change order if needed.
Change
Yeah,
order.
may not actually need a change order on this for this project, but
But once you get your exact numbers and everything, talk to them, their approval, then we'll be able to know.
sure.
You know,
How do you approach it?
we're just getting the ability to go ahead and ask about it and see what can be done.
That way it takes you up to $100,000.
And we're going to have to probably go with it in terms of the contractor
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, I think it's probably even cheaper because they're here
Right.
than if they were gone and you had to bring them back.
Plus you're talking about rates that are 3 years old.
Yeah, so this way gives Bob the ability to go all up to $100,000 and then we can talk about it after that. Good, so good. 7B, wastewater treatment plant flow monitoring project.
We originally had a progress meeting scheduled for that this afternoon. That's kind of, it is standstill as we're just about to wrap it up, so that meeting was canceled. Bill will be in town later this week. There's some cleanup work left to do. Maybe some adjustment on the meters, the fence work, but the project's almost done.
Is that the project with Goggins?
Yes,
So is that not the project that,
that's the change order.
yeah, the change order that we saved money on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there'll still be some payment due on that account.
So I'm not sure. 7C, other ongoing projects.
Okay, the only thing I've got to put in there is the county line extension project, where we've agreed to install the lines, the materials purchased by the county. They have voted at their last meeting to go ahead and go forward with this. We need approval to complete the engineering with Bell. That would involve $10,000, which would be reimbursed by the county out of their full severance line.
So is that no cost to us?
The engineering would be at no cost to us.
Yeah, that's only the engineering part. I make the motion.
Motion, we have a second.
Second.
Before we leave, I want to go back to doing on the I-9. So how are we doing on, I hadn't heard you say anything about the additional manholes that we paid for 2 or 3 months back.
They're all complete.
Yeah, I just have-
Everything's complete. There's 100, well, there's 50-some new manholes, I believe, and then there's several that was relined, 100.
I just knew that we had agreed to an additional cost, so I just wondered if I hadn't heard anything about it.
No, that's already been paid for.
New business, 8A, billing software annual support.
Yeah, we just need to approve that annual contract amount of $12,650 annual thing.
Make a motion for Bob to pursue the new annual maintenance and technical support for the Paintsville Utilities solution software period between 9/30/2019 and 9/30/2020, an amount of $12,650.
I'll second.
Motion is second, approved. 8B, September meeting date.
Yeah, normally Labor Day is always on Monday, of course. We have the meeting the Tuesday following. And see if that works.
I'll make a motion for us to have our regular scheduled meeting on the Tuesday following Labor Day, September the 3rd at 5 p.m.
Second.
Motion is second, approved. 8C, other new business.
And that,
Oh. Bob, do we need to?
need to have an executive session for personnel and potential litigation.
Do we have a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Oh, there's no one in favor, everybody agreed. I want to say it.
I should have disagreed.
I know. So he-
What's the road there, the one right beside of her?
Well, the one beside of it is her
No.
aunt.
Yeah,
One straight across is her mom.
across the road
There's
beside.
the other one over there is, what's her aunt's property.
Yeah, it's vacant right now, ain't it? Yeah.
Get back up behind them.
I saw the cut and take that there.
It was running
I'll make a
down
motion
through
for us
that
to
yard
come out
beside
of
it.
executive session.
We have a motion to come out of executive session. Do we have a second? I can't make the motion for you, brother.
Really?
I promise you I can't.
We're gonna say executive session all night?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Second.
We have a motion, second, to come out of executive session.
Did you like the Eagles people?
The commission was made aware of possible potential litigation. No action was taken. The commission had conversation about one employee position. That information will be withheld until Bob notifies that employee. No other conversation occurred.
a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn, but a
I'll
second.
second.
All in favor? Aye. Tim, aren't you chair next year?
No,
Mitch,
Oh, is it Mitch?
Mitch is the current co-chair,
last year.
vice chair, but when we vote on it again, it's just who we're gonna pick.
Enjoy upcoming events from the Johnson County Library. The Johnson County Public Library is hosting historic walking tours. Those interested can contact the library to be put on a waiting list and will be notified when there are enough participants to schedule a tour. For more information or to register for these events, contact the Johnson County Public Library at 606-789-4355.